UFC 191 happens September 5th in Sin City at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. There will be a 205-pound matchup as the always explosive, always entertaining Jimi Manuwa takes on the hard-hitting Anthony Rumble Johnson, and we are joined on the line by the poster boy. Jimmy, thanks so much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to chat with us. How's training going?
Training's going great, preparation's going great, and I've got my last little fine-tuning to do today, and then we're all ready for Saturday.
Jimmy, things are rolling for you right now. You know, you're coming off a big win over Jan Blachowicz, and last time we spoke to you from here, you talked about that fight. You knew him very well from the European scene, scouted him, fought him brilliantly, and now you got another guy further up the ladder, pay-per-view. You got to be feeling really good about how the career's going.
Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, I knew I expected all of this of myself, and you know, I'm embracing the opportunity with both hands.
Now, the word is, Jimmy, back in the day that you were offered a contract by the UFC. You turned down that contract to refine your skills and make sure that when you went to the world's top organization, that you'd be ready to handle the best fighters at 205 pounds. Talk about your improvements and just the adjustments. You said you're fine-tuning things right now. Tell us about this journey for you.
The journey's been great, and I always knew I'd be in the UFC. I keep knocking people out and stopping people in the first round. So I always knew they'd be looking for exciting fighters like myself. And, you know, I just had to adapt as the competition got harder. I started fighting international opponents, and now I'm fighting the top athletes in the world. So, you know, I've had to adapt and know myself and know the way I fight and know my skills, and you know, fine tune everything, my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu, and my striking.
Are you the type of athlete that just stays at home? You have the people that have brought you to where you are in your career, so you stick with them, they go out and bring the jiu-jitsu knowledge, the wrestling knowledge, or do you like to travel? Do you like to tour the world and see the different looks from different athletes at different teams?
No, I kind of stay with who got me to where I am, and but the only thing I've added is going to All Stars in Sweden to train with the great fighters over there, and I think that's helped me a lot in my career, and just their work ethic and the setup over there is perfect for me.
When a guy stands deep into a pocket with another guy who can throw hard punches, early in your career, you knew you hit harder and you knew you had sharper striking, and you were just fearless to go in there and with the knowledge you'd knock guys out. Does that change as the level of guys go up? Like with a guy like Anthony Johnson, as much fun as it could be to go in and test knuckles against chins, do you have to approach him very, very differently at this stage of your career than in the days when you just knew you could stand in and knock out everybody?
You know what? At the end of the day, I think in MMA anyone could knock anyone out. It's 4-ounce gloves, so you get caught in the right place by someone who can't even punch, and you walk onto a punch, you're going to get knocked out. So you know, I think there's a lot more at stake now. But like I say, it doesn't really matter who the opponent is at the end of the day. You know.
Just to follow up on that, you said there's different consequences now, the closer you get to the top. We've seen guys, George St. Pierre, later, and some of the very best as they become champions, they have to figure out how to fight not to lose because they have so much to lose. The closer you get to the top and the closer you get to the big money, championship fights, do you have to fight differently knowing how much risk there is out there and minimize risk and prioritize winning?
Yeah, you've got to balance it out, really. You've got to know when to take risks and when to not take risks, and it's true what you said. There's a lot more at stake and that, but you've got to fight. You've got to fight smart, and I think that comes with maturity as a fighter.
And has this journey been easy for you? You say that you have a Thai boxing background, but trying to acquire the skills, whether it be wrestling or just some of the other elements, the cardiovascular conditioning. Obviously, you're a fit athlete. What has been the most difficult aspect, if any, for you?
you know, I started MMA all at the same time, so it's just evolving and adding new things to what I already had as an MMA fighter. I started Thai boxing and jiu-jitsu, then I added wrestling, then I added judo, then conditioning and stuff like that. So there's so much to do and everything. So everything's hard. I think it's the hardest sport in the world. Everything's hard about it. But, you know, at the same time, I enjoy it. I enjoy learning and getting fit, staying fit and learning new things and becoming a better athlete.
And of course, what you do is a crazy thing. And the reason that there are fans is because 99.99% of the population can't do it. But what is the best part about the life of a combat sports athlete? Like, what is it, if you talk to your friends, what's great about living Jimi Manuwa's life?
Like you said, just knowing that most people can't do it and that we've done it and we're the best and we are the best at what we do.
When you look at the 205-pound title picture, do you and your team map things out on what you need to do to get there? Obviously, the goal is to defeat Anthony Johnson, but do you prepare for the rematch with Alexander Gustafsson and Daniel Cormier, or is that something to tackle when it comes?
Yeah, I tackle that when I come. I'm focused on Anthony Johnson, and we don't map out to say, oh, we beat him and then we get there. I just leave everything down to UFC. I know me fighting for the title it's gonna happen, and I'm just taking things in my stride.
When you put it that way and you think about it, it's something we talk about here a lot. Being a martial artist, from day one, you want to get your yellow belt. That means you have to learn this, and this, and achieve that. Once that happens, you've got new things you need to learn to achieve the next level. Are you a martial artist? Is this a martial artist mentality?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm more of a fighter mentality than a martial artist mentality. The different fighters have different mentalities.
You're right.
I just want to be the best and beat the best and be the champion.
All the action goes down on September 5th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Jimi Manuwa taking on Anthony Rumble Johnson at 205 pounds. Jimmy, best of luck on Saturday, and thanks so much for the time.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.